Well, here is the 2025 Chevrolet Equinox EV RS. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada, so reviews just like this. So if you love car reviews, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And also, thank you to Applewood Chevy for allowing me to review their Equinox EV RS. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models that you can get with the Equinox EV, the safety features that you get with this RS model, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course, the pricing. As for the different models available with the Chevy Equinox EV, this includes the LT and the RS. And you can either get a front-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive. Now, as for the safety features that come with the RS model, this includes things like enhanced automatic emergency braking, rear park assist, intersection automatic emergency braking, rear cross traffic braking, reverse automatic braking, front pedestrian and bicyclist braking, forward collision alert, following distance indicator, lane keep assist with lane departure warning, rear pedestrian alert, blind zone steering assist, HD surround vision, LED reflective windshield collision alert, side bicyclist alert, and the traffic sign recognition. And as for what powers this all-wheel drive RS, it comes with an 85 kilowatt hour battery, and you get 300 horsepower and 355 pound-foot of torque. And you get about 494 kilometers of range on a full charge. This also has a max charging speed of 150 kilowatts, and you can add 123 kilometers of range in 10 minutes with DC fast charging. Plus, you can tow about 1,500 pounds. All right, let's start off in the front of this Equinox EV. You can see this has some very sharp looks, and it stands out when it comes down the road. So down here, technically your whole bumper area right here, since this is all one piece, there's no separation of the bumper and like the top area of the vehicle. First of all, down here you have a ton of gloss black that runs across underneath the bumper, and then the whole middle section here you have all gloss black. And even like down here, you have like these cutouts, very nice, and then your sensor right here, and then even like on this area you have the nice like diamond patterning going on, which looks pretty cool. And rather than it being plain, I think this just adds a nice little touch. Also on the corners here, you have these vent cutouts that are functional, of course, and these are on both of the sides. Then you also got your lights right here, and if you look closely, like on this section, and this also runs across the whole front, you kind of have like this carbon fiber trimming, which again, with the gloss black and this, definitely pops out. Also on the front here, you have a red RS badge and a front-facing camera. And then up here, you have the black and chrome Chevy badge, and then this beautiful daytime running light strip. And if you're familiar with EVs, you know the Model Y just came out, and I think this just looks exactly like that. I don't know, did they copy Chevy? Let me know in the comments down below. But I love the thin strip. And since this is a full EV, you really don't have any frunk space. And I'm sure they could have squeezed something in here, but this is all you get. There's no frunk space. Now, coming to the side of the Equinox EV, the nice looks definitely continue over. Now, if you look up top, there's no full glass roof that you typically see on EV vehicles, but you do have a full black roof. And also, to match that, you've got the gloss black roof rails and a ton more gloss black around the windows. So pretty much your top half of the vehicle is all black. And even like here, you have gloss black, where typically on vehicles you have the black rubber. Your door handles are body color. The vehicle is unlocked right now, but let me see if I can lock it and show you, because they do sit flush. There you go. They do sit flush against the body. And as you can see, I think this looks so much better. And when you do unlock the vehicle, the front ones and the back ones, of course, as well, they do pop out. And it's very easy to open the door. All you really have to do is just pull this and it opens. So nothing too crazy or nothing too hard. Very simple. Now on the side mirror here, you have more gloss black, and then on the bottom portion you have black plastic. There's also these side mirror cameras, so there's all sorts of angles that you can see with the camera system, and I'm going to show you that inside. You've even got like a little window up here, and then here is where you charge the vehicle. So you just open it from here, you just press it, and there it is, your charging port right here. As you can see, also on the sides of the front doors, you do have the Equinox badging in gloss black, but the E is in blue, letting you know you are driving an EV. And then down here, not only do you notice the gloss black, but you have this trim piece here as well. So kind of like this black chrome that stretches across, and the rest of it is gloss black. So like I was mentioning, in the front of the bumper underneath, it's gloss black. Around the wheels and all pretty much the lower portion of the vehicle is gloss black. I do love that rather than it being that black plastic. This just looks way better to me. Up here, you've also got your reflector. And as for the wheels, you have these beautiful, beautiful gloss black wheels. Even the designing on these is pretty unique. And these are your 21-inch wheels. So if I do step back, you can see how nicely they complement the vehicle. Also on the back here, you've got another reflector on the side. Now coming to the rear, the nice looks definitely continue back here as well. And at the bottom here, again, the whole bottom portion of the rear bumper here is in gloss black. The only difference is this middle section here, what I was showing you on the front grille, kind of like the carbon fiber trimming, that's what it all is in the middle here, and it's surrounded by gloss black. And on the rear, you also have your rear safety sensors, another reflector on both the sides, and then more of that gloss black trimming that you saw on the front grille area with the same diamond pattern designing. There's also the rear view camera there, of course. And then the tailgate area, you do have another Equinox badge with the blue E. It also says all-wheel drive, another black and chrome Chevy badge, and another RS badge. Now let's talk about these tail lights. These are so nice, I think. Just the way that they're designed, they're kind of similar to the front daytime ones, how they're pretty thin. But even though these are not as thin, they still look very stylish. And you'll also notice your tailgate doesn't like completely go up like that. You kind of have this area here, and then you have the top portion of your upper half of the vehicle. Up here, you kind of have this built-in spoiler with the brake light and then the digital mirror camera there. All right, let's go ahead and open up the tailgate here. The button is right down here, so you just press it. And this is a power opening tailgate, of course. And as you can see, you have a ton of room back here for all of your things, all of your road trips, adventures. So you can fit definitely quite a few things in here. And also, this is something very small, but you have a little cubby area, so you can fit something very tiny in here. And then lifting up this carpet area, you have a bunch more space. So kind of like your sub trunk that you can use down here for more things. And I don't think you can use probably this stuff, maybe something very, very thin. But yeah, you have this space down here. And the only other thing that you have back here is this outlet right there. All right, let's head into the rear and take a look at what we have going on for the interior. It's an all black interior, but you do have pieces like this that do stand out. So I'm gonna touch on that in a second. Down here, you've got some space and then a speaker right here. And then moving up here to your armrest area, you have this soft touch material. And if you look closely, it has this nice designing on it. So it's not like a plain black piece, which I like. And then up here, you have this gradient trim that goes from red to black. A very nice touch there. As for the rear seats, these are all leather seats, of course. And I was mentioning this on the Equinox video as well, but you see how the seats are designed. You kind of have like bucket seats, I would say, in a way, for the rear on the corners. So they definitely hold you into place and are very comfortable. Not only that, but you'll notice the white stitching, blue stitching, and the red stitching. And that all continues all around the seat. And you even have this like fabric trimming right here, which is similar to this trim, because if you look at it on like a certain angle, you see red. If you see it at another angle, you see black like you are right now, but then you see red. And then the middle of the seats is perforated, even the back side. Also, the side seats do come heated, which is a plus. But yeah, these seats, I think they've done a pretty good job on these. And if you drop down the center here, you do have your rear cup holders. Now behind the driver and passenger seats, you do have your typical storage compartments on both the sides. And one thing that I do like behind the seats is it's all leather trimming. There's no plastic, which I hate. Now over on the rear center console area, you have venting, heated seat buttons right there, and then USB ports. And then if you look down here, you kind of have a little bit of open storage space. All right, let's head to the front to see if anything else is different than the rear. So the only thing that I can notice is a tiny bit of more space down here, a bigger speaker area, and with the gradient trim, you have a bit of a little design. It's still smooth, but you have a design where the rear one, there's no design, it was just smooth trimming. And then you have your typical window and side mirror controls, and then the driver memory seat buttons. Now, as for these front seats, these are just like the rear, very, very nice looking. And not only that, they're very, very comfortable. And on the front seats in the headrest, you do have the RS engraved into the headrest there. And the front seats not only come heated, but they're also ventilated. And the front seats are also power adjustable, which is a plus. And underneath, nothing too special, just your foot pedals. Over here, you have your hood latch release. And then moving up here, you have your electronic parking brake, lane keep, auto hold, trunk button, and then the cluster dimmers. And then these uniquely designed vents, which you'll notice on the corners there. So you have like this black chrome trimming, the red, it just looks very neat. And your steering wheel is manual adjustable. All right, entering inside of the Equinox EV here, you have a pretty decently sized dashboard. It's pretty big than normal cars. You have soft material on this and hard material. You've also got the speakers there in the corner, in the center here, and in that corner. And even like the plastic trimming here, it's not plain. You do have some sort of like lines, designing something on there. So it's not plain. And then you have my favorite, which is the heads-up display. I think this is a must-have on any vehicle. And then you've got your fully digital cluster area. This just looks so nice. There's so much detail on this, like even the background, it stands out, and just everything is super, super cool. Not only that, this kind of goes into this as one piece for your touchscreen. So kind of have like this big screen here that stretches across, which is neat. And this is a 11-inch cluster area. So you can view quite a few things on this screen, and to control that, it's done through this button right here. So as you can see, you're on this screen. So if I press that button here, you have this screen as well with more information about the vehicle. And then pressing it again, you have another page which has more different information. And then you have a full map view that you can view here, which is pretty neat. If I press it again, you have kind of like this driver assistance section. Press it again, then you come back to the same page. So you can view all sorts of different things on this, which is neat. As for the steering wheel, this is wrapped in leather. It does come heated, and you have more of the red stitching. You've got the black and chrome Chevy badge there, and then more of this black chrome trimming around the controls on both of the sides. And then down here, you have gloss black trimming with another RS badge. So on the left side here, you have all of your cruise control settings, follow distance controls, and all of that. And then over here, you have your Bluetooth, media, cluster controls, heated steering wheel button, and then your phone controls. You'll also notice you have a regen paddle right here. And if you look closely behind it, there's also buttons on there for your media controls. And then behind the steering wheel, you have your front and rear wiper controls, high beams, and indicators. And then the other side here is your gear shifter. All right, so for your center armrest area, again, it's the same soft touch material with the designing on there. And to open this, you have the button right here. And this only opens from the driver's side. I wish it would open from the passenger side, or at least from the center here, lifting up. But you do have a tray here, which does pop out, and you have some space down in here. Okay, so on the side of the center console here, you have more of that soft touch trimming with that designing, but you have space underneath the console, which is pretty cool. So you can definitely utilize this. And of course, this is open to the passenger side as well. And you have another outlet in there as well. Now on the center console itself, you have this granite trimming that covers pretty much the whole thing with bits and pieces of chrome trimming, your front cup holders, some space right here, USB ports, more space over here, which is also your phone charger. And then moving here, you have all of your heating and cooling temperature controls. Then you have this beautiful, beautiful touchscreen with Google built in, of course. And this is a 17.7-inch touchscreen. So on here, as you can see, you have quite a few things. You have the first page and the second page as well. But before I get into the screen itself, I want to show you this right here. So underneath here, you have all of your heating, cooling, temperature controls, which you can control from here as well. And then also your heated seat, vented seats, all from here. So I don't think you really need to use this down here. You can just use everything on the touchscreen. Now on the screen itself, let's go under vehicle status. So if I click that, you have 3 different menus plus this silhouette of the vehicle with a bunch of plus symbols. So if I click on, let's say, any right here. It'll show me my energy usage, and whatever else you click on, it'll show you bits and pieces of different information. Now, if we go under tire pressure, it's going to show me my tire pressure, of course. And then under energy info, it's going to show me my energy usage and energy efficiency. And then under trip, it's just going to show me my trip information. Then you've got drive modes right here. So you have a bunch to choose from. You've got normal, sport, snow and ice, and my mode. And then also over here, you have one pedal driving. So if I click that, it's turned off. If I click it again, one pedal driving, it's on high. I can also set it to normal or off. I think setting it at high for this vehicle in particular, it's very, very strong. I think normal would be what the average person uses. And then you've got Google Assistant, you've also got Play Store, and then under charging, you've got quite a few things here. So all of this I'm going to go through. So right here, I'm in the first section. So if I go to charge now, it's going to tell me the vehicle is going to be ready by a certain amount of time. And I can set the charge limit to either 100%, 80%, whatever it is. So let's say I do 100%. I am going to have an estimated range of about 495 kilometers at 100% charge. And then there's also charge later. So let's say you're plugged in at home and you want to charge on off-peak hours, you can set the time as well. Next, this little symbol here, once you do have your Chevy account connected, you can see nearby charging stations. You can even charge directly from the charging app, so that's pretty cool. This little calendar, here you can create a schedule. And then the settings section, you have all of like the preconditioned temperature, fast charge prep, preferred charge times, and all of that. Then you have cameras. As I was mentioning, it has cameras everywhere. So right now I have the front standard view. So I have the bird's eye view here and the front camera. I can also see an overhead of the front of the vehicle. And then for your side cameras, I can see the front. Here under backup, I can see the standard backup camera. Same thing, overhead, top view. And then the side mirror cameras, there's also the hitch camera. And then you've got your settings here, so you can turn your guidelines on or off and all of that. Then you've got Alexa over here, and then under settings, you have quite a few things that you can kind of play around with and kind of customize to your liking. Here, you've also got ambient lighting in this vehicle. So you have all of these colors, brightnesses that you can choose from. So that's pretty neat. Under climate, you have a climate section too. So you can control the climate through here, or down here. So you have pretty much 3 different ways. Then you've got Wi-Fi hotspot, and then under audio, you've got your AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, news, USB, Alexa, and podcasts. Now, next page, you've got your maps section. As I was mentioning, you have Google Maps built in. Then you've got your phone section here. So once you do have it paired, you can manage it through here. Under controls, you have quite a few things. But if you go to see more controls, here is how you control the exterior lighting. So there's no knob here or like what you see typically on the side here. It's all done through the touchscreen. Then you just got My Chevy, podcast, and news again. Up top, you've just got your rear view mirror. Not only that, you've also got a digital rear view mirror. And then moving further up here, you've got your interior light controls, hazards, SOS, and OnStar. And here is the key fob for this Equinox EV. It's a typical Chevy key. All right, coming to the passenger side here, open this up. And here's another look for the storage compartment underneath the center console. And then you have more of this trimming that you saw on the front door on the driver's side, and you have it on the passenger side as well with the nice designing there. And then your typical glove compartment space. Here is the window sticker for this RS. The pricing you see is in Canadian dollars, and this may be minus any discounts. Well, that does it for the review on this 2025 Chevrolet Equinox EV RS.